Once again, this is Steve. It's always a good start. You know things are going okay if you wake up in the morning and can remember the name somebody gave you some years ago and it kind of stuck and you can repeat it. So, I'm Steve, pretty sure. I went to bed last night thinking I was Steve, and I woke up this morning thinking, who am I? And I noticed, and I'm going off script because I wrote a script. Well, I actually wrote a post, but I've been finding it useful to get videos made within a time. If you want to make a video within a time frame that the average person has available and has attention units to watch, it probably needs to be under a minute. So these these I don't know how many, like close to 800 videos that I made in a year and a half. It's yeah, so I woke up this morning in a state of world panic. And I wish I could figure out how to get my screen from the lights going off on it. I should be able to do it. If I would just let AI take over my life, I could just say, AI, would you make sure that the computer stays on for the time I'm talking? But I haven't got over my paranoia from reading the book 1984, way before 1984. By 1984, it was already in full blown harvest of those thoughts. So I woke up this morning, and I like the term full blown panic, and I was like, oh, here we go again. Um, Stop reading the news. I don't read the news, but just stop even looking on the sidebar of your YouTube channel and looking at all the things that you should be worried about. And I'm fully capable of worrying about most anything. I mean, if you were born on this planet, so, not all of you necessarily were born on this planet, but if you at least understand that you were born on this planet, someplace, some location, and you ended up where you are right now, then then you are probably that was real. Oh, it came out of my nose. There goes my light again. I have to keep putting my finger up there and saying, no, no, keep going, keep going. And other people are putting their finger up, no, stop, please stop. We just can't take you anymore. Because sometimes when I'm somewhat well regulated, and what that means is that I have spent some time in the morning, and I have done that today, but I'm not feeling quite as regulated. I'm feeling more disturbed or more in the disturbance of the world field. So I like to brag. Like everybody likes to brag, don't they? And maybe you don't. But not everybody likes to brag. I like to occasionally, what do they call it? value myself, or put it out that I'm of value, or even just think I'm of value. I think that something I'm doing is helping something. Value signaling, virtue signaling, there it is. I just thought of my nephew Jeff, who taught me about virtue signaling. I didn't know about it before Jeff taught me, but Jeff, I don't think has time to watch videos. He's just doing something else. But I'm sure he's in there enjoying it, because he and I live in a similar world, which people might call crazy. But I looked at Sanity and I thought, I don't want that. And so that was one of the thoughts I had this morning was, let's talk about sanity. But I can see that I'm jumping around. And when I was studying neuro-linguistic programming, this is virtue signaling. When I was studying neuro-linguistic programming in the 80s, and now I'm almost in the 80s, my own 80s. But when I was studying NLP, one of the things, they said so many things, and I got so carried away with the virtue signaling about having studied NLP that I forgot where the train was going. I stepped off the train, I was all of a sudden on a platform. And I realize right now, I am on a platform. And I don't know, I think my phone is off. Yeah, the ringer's off, but still, it's vibrating. Jeez, how long have I been yapping? 7 minutes I've been yapping. And all I ever wanted was to have someone model sanity for me. It's like everybody's talking about sanity. Sandy this, Sandy that, that's just crazy. You're insane. I'm like, insane? If sanity is a state of supposedly function in the world, then if you're insane, doesn't that mean you're functioning? I always thought it was like, if you can't pay your bills, you're crazy. And if you can pay your bills and are crazy, you're eccentric. So that seemed to be one model of reality. But I looked at the people around me. I mean, I was an astute observer, and now I'm an observational healer. So I was an astute observer of the people around me. And what I noticed was their actions never represented what they were saying. And everything was a story that just didn't quite fit or feel right. And that's continued now for 75 years. But when I was listening to it as a young person, I'm like, this is very confusing, because people are saying this but doing this. And they have this model of reality that they talk about, and then they have this whole other reality they live in. And I found it really confusing. And I still, after 75 years of interacting with people, find this confusing. After 7 years of focused study to become an advanced practitioner of neuro-linguistic programming and a trainer in neuro-linguistic programming, I still felt like I had no idea what was going on, but I could ask good questions, which I felt like was worth the 7 years of study and the certification process. And I could virtue signal and go, well, I'm, you know, I'm a certified practitioner of, and I could list, because I was always going for the certification because I didn't want certifiably insane. I didn't want that certification. So I was avoiding it by getting certified in a whole bunch of other things, the amount of which were probably insane, the number of things I'm certifiable in. And I'd say a lot of times when you come into a insane world, just following another insane war that maybe your parent participated in, in whatever way. So back then it was just male parents. I mean, the women participated in the war, bandaging up wounded soldiers and and also building machinery and doing all sorts of things that women were allowed to do in the 40s when the men were all taken up shooting each other. And then they were like, well, who can we get to do this stuff? And they said, well, women will do it. Women are better at shit than men anyway. And they don't have a man around right now to kind of do the things that they could do on their own. So they put them to work building, helping to build the war machine. And women did it really good. And they did a lot of advertising and probably, I don't know, back in the 40s, I don't think there was television, so there were movies. So people could be hypnotically programmed through movies, and they could be somehow encouraged to do really horrendous things by making them feel heroic about doing them. There's a really good song. I just watched it. I'll remember the young artist's name. He's he's the latest and the greatest. He's the next. I'm just going to say it. He's the next Bob Dylan. His name's Jesse Wells, and I guess he was nominated for 4 Grammys. He's made 4 albums this year, just with his little folk guitar and his long hair and standing out in the middle of a field and singing songs about this crazy world. And the one I just listened to, that was really good. The one I just listened to was about ice. It's a song about ice. And it was on, the guy that just got kicked off CBS, Stephen Colbert. And I don't like any, I like people who seem honest. And I'm not sure who they are. But I'd say Jesse Wells seems pretty honest about how he feels. And so he did a song that was just really phenomenally good, I felt. And he did it, so he's this like little, probably original YouTuber or something. And he just has kept putting out this content about how disturbed the world seems to him. And he puts it out in a really lovely way with a little folk song in the background. It's just, yeah, he's genius. So I got to be up around 14 minutes. So I don't know if I'll even publish this because it feels like I'm speaking in this time of change. I'm speaking in this disruptive field of energy where everything's shifting. The sun is solar flaring. The earth is quaking and volcanicking. And there's meteors flying over Michigan. And there are sonic booms taking place on the East Coast that we don't know what they are. And it's cold in the Pacific Northwest. It's hot in the Southwest, and weather patterns are seemingly really disrupted. And everybody thinks we're in a time of change. And I would say, well, that seems accurate. Okay, 50 minutes have passed. Haven't even read the words that I wrote. Don't know. I think I'll just stop here. I just rambled and I enjoyed it, so I might make it into a video, and then I might make another video about what I wrote earlier and see if I want to publish that. So let's just leave it right there. Like, if you feel like I feel, which is a bit more grounded in these disturbed earth energies, then we've done something. So let's just leave it alone. And I'm just going to say, see you later, alligator. And then you can say, and then we can be finished. Okay, that's it. And if you don't know what to say, you can ask somebody older, because they'll know. Because that was the secret code, secret password that we all given at a very young age. And if you aren't, if you aren't old now, then you might not have been given the password. So you have to ask somebody and just walk over to somebody old and say, "See you later, alligator." And then they'll tell you the code. Okay, that's good enough for now.